Hey everyone, ComicsTheories here, and today I'll be talking a little bit about Captain Marvel, how her powers will be granted through the quantum realm, and how that relates to the Kree Empire, as well as the fact that we might see a lot more of the quantum realm than you might think. Before we get into it, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more theories like this. Also, make sure to leave a comment if you liked the video, and give me questions to answer for future videos. Alright, so as we near the release of Captain Marvel, I began wondering how Marvel Studios would give Carol Danvers her powers. There's many videos on it already which you might have already seen, but I think it's pretty obvious that she'll gain them from the quantum realm, which will explain a bunch of Kree stuff that we've already seen from previous movies and shows. But before we talk about that, let me give you a little history on how Captain Marvel gained her powers, so we can compare the comics and the MCU. So, Carol is the daughter of Joe Danvers, and her Kree mother, Marielle, who was a woman with typical Kree powers like superhuman strength and abilities. In the comics, it was a military family, and her brother actually served and was killed in the Vietnam War, which sparked her interest in the military. Anyway, as a half-Kree human, she survived a blast from the Psych Magnetron, which is this cool Kree machine which basically turns anything imaginative into reality, and her genetic structure was altered, effectively turning her into a superhuman. For a while, her powers turned on and off, and she'd black out and instantly turn into a crazy Kree warrior, being pretty overpowered and being an all-around badass. So how is this going to be translated into the big screen? As I said earlier, I'm pretty certain that the quantum realm is going to play a huge role, and honestly this is basically fact at this point, as Kevin Feige has pretty much confirmed it, along with the fact that in the trailer the explosion Carol is in looks pretty damn similar to the one in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Also, we've seen previously that the quantum realm can just straight up grant powers to someone affected by a blast of quantum energy, or even being stuck in the quantum realm long enough. My theory is that Carol is going to do all the stuff beforehand, like joining the military, etc., and be blasted by the Psych Magnetron, or whatever machine they decide to blow up, but survive based on the Kree blood that she may or may not have known about. I'd probably guess that in the movie she's not going to know that she has Kree blood, and her mom will most likely keep that a secret from the rest of the family. Either way, that's how she's going to get her powers. Also, Carol sometimes goes into this alter ego / overpowered version called binary, which makes perfect sense in the terms of the quantum realm. If you know anything about quantum mechanics, you know that quantum particles exist as a superposition between two states, and as Wikipedia says, in a classical system, a bit would have to be in one state or the other. However, quantum mechanics allows the qubit, which is a quantum bit, to be in a coherent superposition of both states / levels at the same time, a property that is fundamental to quantum mechanics and thus quantum computing. Basically, her quote binary name fits along the lines of quantum mechanics, which would also add more validity to the theory about the quantum realm giving her the powers. It basically means that she can fit outside the lines of just two states and become overpowered as hell. But that's not all. I think there's more of a connection between the Kree and the quantum realm that we're missing. I think it's very possible that the Kree know a lot about the quantum realm, and that we'll see a lot of knowledge that they possess about the realm in Captain Marvel. I believe that we might see the beginnings or inklings of time travel in Captain Marvel within the quantum realm, obviously, which might help the theory that Avengers 4 will take place in the future, and also the past. This might also explain the fact that the Kree are so technologically advanced, specifically their weapons, and also the human experiments that took place in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Also, on that note, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. could definitely be tied to Captain Marvel, and Carol could be one of the Kree experiments with the gene to allow her to become superhuman. Maybe the explosion of quantum energy could be the same energy / mist thing that allowed Daisy to turn into Quake. Either way, the quantum realm is going to play a huge role in Captain Marvel, a lot more than people think. I think it'll explain a lot of why the Kree is so powerful and how they even stand a fighting chance against the Skrull army. We're also going to see how the Kree used the quantum realm for so long, and we might even see an appearance of Janet Van Dyne within the quantum realm, as maybe a little Easter egg. I bet we see the manufacturing of weapons based off quantum energy and learn a ton more about why it's so useful and why it's so important to us in the upcoming films. We might even learn about its physics and dimensions, along with what goes on inside of it. If it allows time travel or instant teleportation across space. There's so much that I think we might learn from this movie, almost like an explainer for Avengers 4. Obviously, this is all speculation, so don't take my word for fact. I encourage you guys to do some research on your own and see if you agree with me or not. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support, and I'd love to hear your comments down below. And as always, have a great day.